Welcome to the Marvelous Moms Club podcast, where you'll be not only allowed, but encouraged to dream big dreams and imagine the very best future for yourself and your family. Throw away expectations and perfection and embrace the messy beauty of what it means to be a marvelous mom. I'm your host, Kirsten Tyrell, and I can't wait to help you discover what makes you marvelous. Hey, mamas, welcome to today's 5-Minute Friday episode. I'm super excited to chat with you and share my fast talking for just 5 minutes. And if you really want to make things exciting, speed up your speed on your podcast app so that you can hear me even faster if you really don't even have 5 minutes to get through this episode. Have you ever done that? Have you ever listened to something and you've sped it up and you're like, what on earth? Sometimes on Voxer, my mom thinks she's got it sped up, but I really do talk that fast at times. So it's a blessing and a curse. Today it's a blessing because we're going to get through a really funny memory on today's 5-Minute Friday. I'm going to share with you a time when for 5 minutes I wanted to scream my head off. And here we go. So once upon a time, as a young mom with, I believe, just 2 young children at the time, one was carrying age where he couldn't walk yet. He couldn't necessarily even crawl yet. I had to carry him around or I had to be having him in a stroller. We went to we went to the health department because at the time we were PO and we were on WIC and I had to go like every 3 months to get my WIC vouchers. So maybe, I don't think I was pregnant. Anyway, I had 2 young children. Connor, my oldest, was at the age where he could run around very, very easily. And he's always been my curious and adventurous and very wild-spirited child. And this building was multi-layered, multi-level. And so we took an elevator to go up and down because I specifically remember not having a stroller. I remember that I was holding Parker, my baby at the time. And we walked up to the elevator, or I was distracted by something. He ran to the elevator. And by the time I turned around or saw what was happening, the elevator doors were closing and my son was on the elevator. Now, granted, this was not a 50-story building. This was like 3 stories. But when there are 3 stories and their elevator has no indicator as to what floor it's going on, it's not like this high-tech version where it tells you, they're going up or down. I had no idea which direction he had gone because as soon as the doors shut, the light turns off. I don't know which button he had pushed. And so I had to make that decision of, do I go up a floor? Do I go down a floor? Do I wait for the elevator to open? Do I hope that he's just going to come right back? And instead of really making a very coherent decision, I just found myself running up and down floors, thinking the worst. He's going to get off at the bottom floor. He's going to run out into the street. He's going to get kidnapped by somebody. All the worst things that you start imagining as a parent were running through my mind. And I was thinking, for sure, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to either lose my mind or lose my child. And that was the most helpless, frustrating feeling. But looking back now, to think of how significant and how much that really illustrates what young parenting was for me, of those elevator doors closing and realizing, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's neither here nor there, up or down. I don't know. I don't have the right answer. And guys, that's what parenting is. A lot of times we don't have the answer. We're going to go the wrong direction. We're going to go up when we're supposed to go down. We're going to go down when we're supposed to go up. We're going to think we know our children. We think we're going to be able to anticipate what they're going to do. And then they do something completely out of left field, like run into an elevator and shut the door. So if you're in the middle of the young parenting phase, if crazy things like this are happening to you, if your children are running amok, I promise it will end. And it's far more likely that you're going to lose your mind before you lose your child. So give yourself some grace. And hopefully this has been something that just lifts your spirits to think about you are not alone. Parenting is difficult, but parenting is so fun. And if you can step back after a hard day, something completely insane that's happened to you as a mom, and just laugh at it and write it down. There are certain things that I will never forget because they made such a stamp on my memory, but there are so many things that we will forget. They will fade into, it's like that movie, right? With all the feelings that I can't think about right now. I can't think of what that movie's called. All of you guys listening are probably like, oh, Inside Out. I got it. Thank you. I felt your vibes from the future of listening to this. It's like Inside Out. There's just certain memories that we think are important, but then something in our brain is like, not significant. Shove it out. So write down the funny stuff. Write down the crazy stuff. At the end of the day, take time to chart all of the crazy stuff that your kids did and said to you. I hope you've enjoyed this 5-Minute Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being an amazing, marvelous mom who's part of our community. And we'll see you on next week's 5-Minute Friday. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to take action right now, you're feeling inspired and you're feeling enlightened, and you really want to own this role as a marvelous mom, go to the website, marvelousmomsclub.com/me, and create your own personal Marvelous Moms Manifesto. That is
a tongue twister. MarvelousMomsClub.com/me. You go fill in some great information, and in the end, you'll have a beautiful manifesto to display where only you can see or the whole family can see, where you can really, really own your role as a marvelous mom and step inside those goals and those ambitions and dreams that you have to become an even more marvelous mom to your beautiful family. So again, MarvelousMomsClub.com/me. We will see you over there.